Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a low tier battle, as in tier 4, in the SAV M43, which is the tier 4 Swedish tank destroyer. And obviously, as you can probably tell, the reason I'm bringing you a low tier battle is I've decided to grind the Swedish TD line. A line I've always been quite interested in. Now in this game I'm going to be platooned with Darth and Ireland. Ireland's going to be in her Blitzen, and Darth's going to be in his roundabout, and it's going to be a top tier game on Abbey. Now, I'm sure most of you are aware of the Swedish TDs, but if you're not, let me just say that the general rule of them is they all have insane camo and no armour, with generally speaking decent guns. So my equipment loadout on this is a gun rammer, coated optics, and camo net. The camo net and coated optics, obviously, the camo net to maintain my camo value even more, and the optics will allow me to outspot people. And with my current crew and equipment setup, my view range on this tank is 361 meters, which isn't that great. But the stoke concealment is 216. So when you consider the difference between the stoke concealment and the view range, it's not that important having ship view range because there's still a big gap between my view range and my camo. Now what that does mean is these tanks are designed for bush camping. It just is. It's just how they work. So at the start of this game, you're going to see me in this bush, trying to get positioned to snipe. I always get a bit scared driving into these bushes that artillery might blind fire them. Now you see me load APCR from the get-go, that's because that's a Valentine 2. You're normally not going to need too many premium rounds in this thing, because as I said, the guns on most of these, the tier 5 being an exception, are really good. But I'm not going to talk more about the tier 5 gun, because I've got some videos on that tank. All I'll say is, the least enjoyable tank I've ever played at any tier. So, enemy in the centre. Trying to get a couple shots in to help my team if they want to go in there. And as I said, this is going to be a bit of a slower game. Again, just waiting to find the shots. Rate of fire is really nice, penetration's really nice, even the shell velocity is not bad for a low tier tank. And this low tier 4 tank I actually found myself really enjoying. Now again, enemy in front of us. I thought the bush would cover me, but I clearly didn't back up far enough. So now I need to back in the cover because there's 2 artillery still up. The other reason I need to back up is an enemy's now made it to our base. I missed the first shot like a nipple. And now I'm just hoping my teammate doesn't die, because once he dies, I'm now the focus of his gun. Thankfully, I did get a couple of shots in him and he was on low health by the time it turned into a 1v1, so I dealt with it only taking 1 shot of damage. Now so far it's actually looking relatively even. What's going to happen is that tank there, the T28E F30, that's quite a dangerous tank because it's a tank at tier 4 that has an 85mm gun. With decent pen values and decent alpha damage. I have that tank myself. And being in a tank as lightly armoured as mine with as little hit points as I have, I don't want to get hit by him, especially if he loads high explosive, then I might be, well, I would definitely be in a lot of trouble. So he's kind of my main threat, and I don't want to move forward, because if I get cut out by him, I'm dead. Now what you're going to see is, every time I do move, you're going to see I'm moving from bush to bush. Now you see I slow down as I get a bit closer, because again, I know there's a T28 F30 over here. And what I decided to do is, I just decide I can't go that way. If I run into him, it's over for me, so I'm going to leave and go the other direction. So right now, there's actually not too much left. We're actually in a dead even 3v3. 2 TDs in our team and an artillery, and then the medium RT, and I can't remember what the last tank is. Or should I say I can't see what the last tank is on the small screen here. But I'm going to play it safe, and I've returned to my bushes. Now the good news for me is, the artillery on my team is kind of going to be a bit of an early warning system, because when he dies, then, you know, I know the enemies are coming from that direction. Right, enemy gets spotted. I'm trying to back up to use bus mechanics, if I can. Get the first shot in without getting spotted. Try to hit him again, but unfortunately I miss. I'm just hoping my teammate can get him. And you see, I'm looking over there on to see if he can handle it. And if he dies, that'll make my life so much easier, because I already have enough to deal with the T-28. And unfortunately, the artillery's just been picked off. But my teammate in the Hatcher does get the enemy right before dying. So again, big shout out to him for doing that. And now you're going to see is me using the camo and bush mechanics to my advantage. See that I've got two bushes here, and I know the T-28's over here. I'm going to spot him. I'm going to reverse, back up behind the bushes, and try and wait for my shot. See, he's poking up. Very lucky shot there, but I hit him and I managed to not get spotted. That's what these Swedish TDs are made for. Like, they are made for bush. Just camp bush, job done. And literally, I feel like the later down the line you go, the better your gun handling gets, especially when you get to the high tier ones. Hence why, like, gun laying drive and the ventilation isn't that important in my opinion, which really allows you to get away with using the camo net and the optics. So what happened was I waited a bit to let him move, because I had a feeling he was sneaking round to get behind me. So I gave a bit of time, because I didn't want to run into him, and now I'm trying to sneak behind him. Let's see, I'm just looking to the left to make sure he hasn't gone down that way. Although, as I said, I think he's coming round to get behind me in my base. The artillery shows up, so fair play to him, coming to try and help his team, go for the cap. Do manage to finish him off, and now I don't need to worry about artillery, which would be great. Because if I got spotted fighting the T-28E, and I had to constantly worry about, is artillery aiming at me right now? That wouldn't have been good, because I would have to have kept moving, and that would affect my aiming, and I don't have a turret. Right, climbing up to this bush to see if I can't see anyone. I couldn't see anyone initially, so I'm going to drop down and sneak around the other side. And right as I do that, he starts capping. So, now that he's capping, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and again make use of my camouflage. And that is that as long as he's capping, I know where he's at, and I'm going to try and get to the center of the map in the hopes that I can spot him. So obviously I can see the timer, I have plenty of time to do this. And also this Swedish TD isn't the slowest. It's not like outrageously fast, but it's fast enough to locate around the map. I think. So we're slowly going to climb into the center here. Obviously I don't know exactly whereabouts he's at, and I don't know if I'll be able to see him, but it's worth a shot. Because I know he won't be able to spot me. From in here anyway. Now I can't see him and now I'm getting worried, so now I'm going to drive out to get down there. But once I drive out of here, I knock over a tree. Knock over another tree, which isn't ideal. Knock over another one. And now he sees me. Now he's hidden behind a dead tank. I managed to get a shot in the head, but he gets a shot in the me. The only good news is he did have high explosive loaded, but failed to penetrate me. Otherwise that could have been game over there. So fair play to him for hiding behind the dead tank. That's good on him. I'm going to try to use my mobility, as limited as it is, to get in the cover so he don't get another shot into me. And thankfully he misses. Now on the map I can see him coming over this direction. I'm fine with that because I know that tank doesn't have much gun depression. Which pretty much means I'll be able to get the first shot in, then I can hopefully drive forward to avoid him. Pre-aiming. Here he is. I missed the snapshot. And you see, he can't get the shot at me either. Now, this was going to be quite important. I'm still spotted, so I'm going to start driving around. And what I'm going to do is, wait till I'm unspotted, which is right now, and I'm going to stop and turn around. Because I think as soon as I get unspotted, he's going to try and get behind me. So I'm turning around here, expecting him to drop down. And that's exactly what he does. I can pre-aim, finish him off. So, a mix of luck there with the HE shell not panning me. As well as a nice little bit of bus mechanics every now and again. Just really shows what the vehicle's all about with the camo. And the really nice gun, of course. And yeah, just a quick game in a small tier 4 tank that I actually quite enjoy playing, if I'm honest. It's pretty good. 1500 damage, no assistance, 4 kills, and a nice wee result. High caliber, defender, and first class. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.